What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. I am currently outside in the shade because it is insanely hot today. But I just wanted to make a quick video about something that's kind of important. If you saw in our previous video, click right here. We did a full exterior detail on the M3, and at the very end we just had the little final touches like, oh hi. Yes. Okay, so putting on the new, can I finish? Thank you. So what I was trying to say is when we were trying to put on the OEM trunk badge, it was getting kind of hard because we looked all over online and we found little diagrams that I'll post up right here. But for some reason, when we were trying to use those measurements, it just wasn't working out and it wasn't looking right. So the best thing that we could do is me and Jirath kind of like looked up pictures of the OEM badges and kind of did our best to line everything up. So this is what it looks like. As you can see right here, this is the fitment that we got and it looks pretty spot on to me. If you saw previously, we had like a tiny little badge. The previous owner had a black badge on it and it was just weirdly tiny, not even the same size. And it was like positioned like right here in like a weird area. So obviously the badge is already on the car, but I already pre-filmed how we mocked everything up, how we installed it correctly on the car. But before we get into it, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. Not only is it free, but it definitely helps out the channel a lot so that we can continue to grow and I can continue making videos for you guys. But yeah. Without further ado, let's get started. Right here you see me cutting off some of the excess paper that came with the emblem. The only reason why I cut the excess paper off was so that when I start aligning it with the blue masking tape, it was a lot easier for me to see the edges of the actual emblem. And then here you see me showing Jirath the reference points that we're going to be using. So it's going to be the top of the tail light, that little corner area where the trunk and the tail light meets. And then I'm also going to use the reverse light diagonal just to make sure the distance and everything is correct. Right here I'm going ahead and placing the first piece of tape on there. I'm going to be lining it up with the top of the taillight. So you could either do it two ways, it's kind of personal preference, but we decided we wanted it to sit a tiny bit higher, kind of in that gap of the quarter panel and the taillight. You'll kind of see what I'm pointing at, but we use that to make a straight line, and obviously we're using the leveler here. If you kind of judge it based off of looks and not a leveler, you're going to end up with a crooked badge. And then the second piece of tape I'm using is going to be at that corner of the trunk I was talking about, and that's just going to go from the very tip of the corner all the way up straight. And so that's going to create your 90-degree angle that you're going to use for the top left corner of the emblem. And then I'm using this diagonal just as another point of reference. This isn't absolutely necessary, but I kind of liked having it just to know like this is going to be the correct distance horizontally from the taillight. If done right, your emblem should fit perfectly in those corners. I'm not saying that it should perfectly align with the diagonal on the flag. This is just to ensure that the distance horizontally is correct. It just felt right because two corners were lining up, and that's a good sign. So, and then here we're going back to the reference pictures that we found. And then right here, I'm quadruple checking that everything is leveled, straight, and right. Because, you know, you want to get this right the first time. You don't want to have to pull it off because you want the adhesive to stick as good as it can. After quadruple checking, I stood back. I made sure I placed the badge down with the adhesive on there. And that's pretty much it. This is as best as it's going to get. And it looks great in my opinion. Honestly, because I wasn't able to find any other references or any other specific guides on how to properly place this on without previously having a badge, the correct placement before, this looks damn near perfect to me. And that's pretty much it. This is how it looks. You're going to have a perfectly level and perfectly straight emblem after this, if done right, and it's going to be in the right place.
It's just a lazy day, huh?
So that's pretty much it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully it helped you, and if it did, please hit that like button and subscribe. I just wanted to put this video out because for some reason there is no videos of mocking it up from scratch, I guess you could say. A lot of them are like, okay, mask everything off from the previous badge and then go ahead and install the new badge, but I haven't found any useful information online as far as like how to put the badge on with no mock-up or like from scratch. So I mean, to me it looks really good. Obviously you can tweak it to your liking. I've been to multiple meets with a lot of E46 M3s and you can kind of tell everybody has their badges in a different area, which is kind of funny, but basically to take away from this video, I feel like this is as close to how it's supposed to be on the car. So yeah, Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.